How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of InTheShed. It's your host with the most, the boy Hancer. I got the boy Bobby here with me. We're back another week. Bow!
Let me take you in the shed.
wait. In the shed. So what's going on, guys? We are back. I'm back from vacation. It feels like it's been a while. Has it been? It's been like a week and a half about. I took a week off from the podcast. I was in Puerto Rico. So I'll tell you guys all about that on the next episode. I'm not going to talk about the vacation this one. I broke my phone on vacation. So I'm waiting for my new phone. I'm trying to see if I'm going to have all the footage or the pictures or the videos from Puerto Rico. So I don't want to talk about the trip yet. Because when I talk about it, I'm about to go bow and put pictures up here. So I don't want to get into the trip until I figure out if I'm gonna have those pictures. If I don't end up getting all the pictures, then it's fine. I'll show you guys whatever I got. I'm sure some of the videos on my glasses saved, so I'm sure I got those. But I had to record another episode. I can't wait any longer. I feel like a piece of me is missing. You know, it's been 25 weeks of the podcast, so that week, especially since I've been back a couple of days now. I've been itching to record, so I just want to talk to you guys. You know, I just want to catch up. What's been going on lately? How are you doing? How is the anxiety going? How is the little depression episodes? How's that going? Are you controlling it? Is life being too rough right now? Like, what's going on? Are you letting it affect you? Like I like to say, are you controlling what you can control? Because the rest is extra. The rest is God's got us. You know, God told us, control what you can control. Worry about the right now. Worry about what's in front of you. I know we love to think about tomorrow, next week, next month. Oh my Lord, my bill is due in 2 weeks. Sure. Listen, no matter how much you think about it, it's gonna be there in 2 weeks. The bill's still due in 2 weeks. So instead of putting your head over there in the future, so you send your mind to the future. Now we're 2 weeks ahead. The bill's being ready to be paid. And we're like, crap, I can't do nothing about it because you're not there yet. You're here. You're not over there yet. So you can't do it. You can only control what's in front of you now. You know, you can only do things about what you got going on right now. So let's stop jumping the gun. Let's stop jumping the gun. That's what I like to say. Who says that? I don't say that. Who likes to say that? Stop jumping the gun, man. Let me get this light real quick. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. The light was bugging out, flickering a little bit. I got this from Puerto Rico. I'm still trying to find where it's going to end up, but got it there for now. And then I think there's a fish swimming around here that I also got from Puerto Rico. Once I figure out how I can put them up here, then you guys will see the fishy. But are you controlling what you can control? I went to Puerto Rico, and I got to the airport to come back. So the Uber dropped us off at the airport. And I had my phone on my lap. I stood up, I guess rushing, I get anxious on trips. Especially just the airports. I get anxious during the airport. I don't know why. I don't know if that stems from when I was younger and I used to travel with my mother. You know what, now that I think about it, that's definitely where it stems from. When I was younger and I traveled with my mother, ever since we came from DR, 2010, we would go every year. And every time I traveled with my mom, it was like a big old deal. The luggage got to be 50 pounds. And my mom would literally like stash it up with all this crap to bring extra clothes for people that she knows, clothes for family members, little gift here, little gift over there. And the whole way there, she's just stressing about, oh my goodness, I hope they don't, the bag is okay. If she would weigh it at home. And it would be like, oh, 51 pounds. 50 pounds, 0.5. And she would be like, that's fine. Their scales and my scale are going to be off. That's fine. They'll let it go. So we'll get there. They'll weigh her bag. And she'll be pounds over. 1, 2, 3 pounds. They don't mess with that. Half a pound, 1 pound over. They don't mess with that. So we'll get there. She'll start opening her stuff, taking stuff out. Or open up your luggage. I'm going to put it in your luggage. And I'm like, what the hell? And she would do that to everyone's luggage. So I feel like that's where it stems from. From back then, those traumatic experiences at the airport. You got this TSA agent, and they're all mean. All TSA agents are mean, and they all got this bulldog face. They don't want to talk to you. They're not nice. It's rare you find a nice one over there that actually likes to help. Sometimes you pull up to like the little machine thing and it's not working, and you're trying to look for someone to ask a TSA agent, hey, yo, can you help me out? And they'd be like, yeah, the machine over there. And I'm like, yeah, the machine's not working. Is there, and they're like, yeah, use the other machine then. And I'm like, my boy. Anyways, that's probably where my travel anxiety comes from. So I got to trademark this name. I got anxiety for everything. Travel anxiety. I say I got anticipation anxiety. Put whatever the thing is you feel, and then anxiety after. Boom. So airport anxiety. I think that's where it all came from my mama. But anyways, we got to the airport in Puerto Rico. I guess I got up too fast. I probably like, let me get in the airport. I need let me get everything ready. Got up too fast, forgot my phone was on my lap. Because usually I'll keep my phone, I guess, between my legs. Hey, yo, no homo. Man. I'll keep my phone between my legs. And then, when I'll get up, it'll be there on the chair. I'll grab it. Had it on my lap. Got up. Zoop, on the floor. Phone has no scratch on it. I had my case on it, which is not a great case anyways. It's just a little plastic, whatever. Phone has no scratch on, not crack. It looks brand new. So I picked up the phone, looked at it real quick, put it in my pocket. And I had all my info on there for my boarding pass, all that stuff on there. So once I get inside the airport and I take out my phone, and I'm like, that's weird. I charged my phone this morning, and it was fully charged. I was using it on the way to the airport. Why is it off right now? So I started turning it on. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, I just dropped it outside. And I was when red flags started going off. So I'm like, oh, man. It was fully charged. There's no reason for this thing to be off. Apple logo comes on, so it's turning on. I'm like, awesome. Get it back on. For the 2 minutes that it turns on for, you see that it wasn't dead. Well, yes, it was dead. The battery was like on 1%. So right away, I was like, oh, that's not good. Because I charged it. I know I charged it. Fully charged. So I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. Turn it on. I connected to my MacBook. See if it charges. No charging. And then turns off. Starts trying to turn on by itself. If you leave it connected, it does never turn on. But I can disconnect it. Connect it again. And it'll turn on for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. That's it. And it does the same thing every time. Do you hear that cricket? There's a cricket in here I've been trying to find for the last couple of days. Ignore him. If he stays here for long, I'll give him a name and then he'll join us on the show. But, so phone's fried up. Luckily, thank the Lord, it was when I was coming back from vacation. But even if I was on vacation, I would have been fine. Who needs the phone on vacation? Just for pics. But still, I would have been thinking about that phone the whole vacation. I gotta get back, gotta fix it, blah, 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 blah. So, it's fine. It happened at the perfect time when I didn't need my phone. I used the passport to get my boarding pass, so that was fine. But been phoneless now. It's gonna be a week soon. I got back on a Friday, and it's gonna be a week soon. Filming this on a Thursday, so tomorrow's a week. New phone's arriving in the mail. Once I get that phone, though, it's like, I hope I can back up the old one, or maybe delete some stuff. Okay, so let me explain. The other phone has now my first phone, my broken phone hasn't backed up in like 2 months because apparently my iCloud is full. So like, could I open it or like turn it on for 2 minutes? Try to delete some stuff and hope that it backs up. I don't know, 'cause that's gonna take longer than 2 minutes, So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do any of that. Whatever. I think I might just take it to the store. We'll take both phones to the stores and see if anyone at the Apple store or people that fix phones, maybe they could help me out. Who knows? Whatever. I think the broken phone literally just has the battery detached from it. I think just that's whatever port connects the battery to the actual rest of the computer phone. I think detached. I don't know. The hell do I know? Anyways, so that's been going on with me. That's why I'm not gonna bring up too much about Puerto Rico in this episode. Last time I saw you guys, I was sitting here with the boy Brian. That was fun. Shout out the boy Brian. I hope Brian's doing good. That episode did really well, so thank you guys for the support, the comments, the likes. All the new subscribers we've been getting the last week, welcome to In the Shed. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're here from the Brian episode or the Kill Tony episodes, our most popular episodes so far, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you like the content. If one day you want to join us in the shed, drop it down below. I'm always looking for guests in every corner. I got a couple guests lined up. I just got to schedule what time and date I'm gonna have them slide through. So me and the producer got to schedule that with the guests and then have them on. But other than that, I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you guys had a good summer. Summer is officially over. It came and went. We had a nice summer. I enjoyed my summer. I had a great summer. Now that I think about it, that's one of the best summers I've had. Yeah, I remember summer 2017, 2018 were fun. Right after high school with my friends, those were fun. We were going out a lot, doing wild boy stuff. Let's see, 2019 summer. That one was fun. It was okay. It was fun, but it was just okay. 2020, the pandemic hit, so oh boy. 2021, I was in Arizona before the summer. Yes, and then that summer was okay. That summer was okay. I think I was producing for Lenny at that point. I think Lenny had just started the Lifting Love podcast and the network at that point. So I think I was producing the podcast for him. And we were doing a lot of Lifting Love Reacts. Shout out Lifting Love Reacts. If you guys look up Lifting Love Reacts, you know what I'm talking about. Me and Lenny used to do some videos back in the day on there. I'm sure you can find my face on there from 2021, 2022. Come a long way. But that was alright. 2022, that was busy. Because I went to DR New Year going from 21 to 22. And then I went with the fam. I came back for a couple months. And then I went back to DR in April for my cousin's wedding. So it was pretty fun, you know. I guess it's hard to talk about the summer 22 because I was in DR that much. And in DR it's hot and it feels like summer. So to me, half that year was summer. But that was fun. I'm trying to remember what I did summer of 2022. Actually, that was a good summer. I remember that was a good summer. Yeah, because I was at the bars with my friends a lot. My friends would come over all the time. Yeah, I remember that. A couple of wild nights we stayed up drunk, drinking, and a couple of my friends slept over. I remember this. Shout out Mariana, shout out Steph. But summer 2023 was fun also, but summer 2024, I'm trying to remember 2024 now. 23 and 24, I remember they were fun. I was going on a lot of walks to the parks, I remember. But summer 2025 was lit. I made sure that I got my money's worth for summer, you know. I made sure I did stuff. Went on a lot of hikes. Almost every weekend I was at a hike. I'd either park around here in my area or 40 minutes east, 40 minutes west. 4th of July. I was upstate. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this summer. I hope you guys did too. Can't wait for the fall. I like the fall. I do like the fall. The only thing I don't like about the fall is that winter's next. You know, after the fall is winter. And winter's okay. I just don't like all the snow. So fall is gonna be nice scenery. I gotta run my half marathon there next month. I did it for the first time last year, and it was a ton of fun. I think I did like 3 hours, 13 miles. Could have done better. I'm aiming to do better this year. I wasn't really trying. I didn't even train. I just got up and said I'm gonna do this half marathon. So I'll probably start training soon for next month's marathon, half marathon. They say that people are already training now for that. I did it last year by getting up the couch and doing it. I'm sure this year with a little training I could do it. So I can't wait for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really mad I missed the cycling event. There was like I don't know if it was a half marathon also, but it was in June. It was like a half marathon on a bicycle. That I wanted to do, but I tried finding a bicycle. I couldn't. I really couldn't find a bicycle out there. So maybe next year I'll start looking for a bike with time, so I can actually run that one. Not run, cycle that one. And who knows? Maybe soon enough I'll be doing triathlons. What is that? Running, swimming, and cycling. No, maybe building it up. Look at this. This is all like my shirt. I gotta get back to working out. I started working out this week now that I'm back from vacation, and also because I don't got my phone, I've been less distracted. You know how long my days have been feeling now that I haven't had my phone for all these last couple of days? I be chilling at home and I'm like, this date is dragging. I watch a show and I'm like, the show's about to be over and I still got so much time of the day. And I ask myself, I'm like, what have I been doing with my time the other days? It's that phone. We don't realize it, but we're in there swiping whatever it is. I think I spend most of my time on Twitter. X. I be on there just swiping, whatever. There's so much stuff on there. So I think my brain's just addicted. I don't even realize my brain's addicted to it. I read one thing and then I'm already swiping to the next. I'm probably like, I say probably, but it's just, I guess it's me not being accountable. But like I do say, let me start being accountable. I do say like, oh, let me watch this video and then I'm out of this app or I'm gonna put my phone down. Let me finish reading whatever I'm reading and then I'm putting my phone down. And next thing I know, like 5 minutes have passed and I'm still going. And I'm like, wasn't I supposed to stop this like 5 minutes ago? Does that happen to you? Let me know down below. Does that happen to you? Because it's the worst. Because I'm my own enemy. I'm doing it to myself. I'm wasting my own time when I could be doing something more productive. When I could be probably editing videos, in there working on my shorts, planning for the future, you know. Anything. And even if I do take time to do that, imagine how more productive I would be if I added another hour to any of that, another hour and a half, that hour and a half that I'm spending on the phone. So definitely can't go back to that habit once I get my phone back. Definitely gotta keep that in my head. Gotta see how much better my days have been. Been back to reading, working out, and then when I'm done and I look at the time and I'm like, it's still so early. It's freaks my mind up because I'm like, what the hell have I been doing all this time? Shame. Speaking of Twitter, it's where a lot of the news be popping off. Like Twitter gets it first, and then I think Instagram, and then Facebook gets the last. Twitter and TikTok, I would say, are the top, like right away breaking news. You kind of learn. You have like an ear of the other side of the world right there. You go on Twitter, and right away, it'll be 2 minutes ago. Something happened in China, boom, boom, boom. Something happened across the country in another state. It's all on Twitter. So, I guess I haven't talked about this, but rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Holy crap, guys. What the hell is happening in this world? Fellow Christian Charlie was shot in the neck in the middle of doing one of his, it's not a speech, it's not a conference, like a debate, doing one of his college debates I usually used to do. Man, rest in peace to the boy. And what is even happening to our world? Why are people finding it okay to go do harm to someone just because they have a different view than you? I didn't agree with probably 90% of what Charlie said, 95, like a huge percentage. I barely agree with the things he said. Follower of Christ, I'm a follower of Christ, so I'm glad he was. But all the other stuff he said, and it's not no take it out of context. Yeah, you can go listen to it yourself. There's a lot of points that he truly believed in that were kind of like, really, man, are you sure about that? But how does that mean I dislike the guy? You know, I dislike most of his views, but I don't dislike the guy. Why would someone, oh man, get in front of his family and kids? Oh man, horrible, man, horrible. And the way that everyone has been acting ever since, please. I try not to get into politics. I read about it and I'm like, what? And I try to get it out of my head. I've been telling myself to stop reading it in general because it's poisoning my head. I try to stay away from politics. If you try to stay away, cool. If you like politics, cool. Just don't let politics or other people in politics choose for you. Make the choice for you. Who you should like, who you should listen to, who you should trust. You should be able to look at someone, listen to what they're saying, and make your own view. And no, like, I don't agree with that at all. So why do you need someone to tell you, oh, this person said this? Hey, listen, I know they're not saying that right now, but that's what they mean. And then most of the crowd is like, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, F you, F you. Why would so many people with positions of power, the president, the vice president, so many other politicians on the blue side, on the red side, why would they use this tragedy to divide us, to divide this country more than it already is? This country is so divided. Why wouldn't we instead take this horrible thing and try to flip it to the best we can to try to find a little positive out of it? We could have used that to unite each other, to realize that's not right. We shouldn't be coming at each other for our views this way, because that's what it incites. You know, it incites violence. It makes it seem like it's okay that we're arguing, we're attacking each other, and that we're just one word away from maybe grabbing a gun and offing each other. Instead, this has been used to divide us even more and more, putting blame on political party over this, on people. Like, one person did this. One person. Unless there's a cover-up of some kind. I don't know. The conspiracy theories are going buck wild online, saying that other people maybe had something to do with this, other countries' governments. What the hell? Keep it a buck. They're trying to say Israel has something to do with this. We don't know that. What the hell? We don't have no proof of that. I know Candace Owens is going crazy about all this, which is like, she kind of has the right to be iffy about everything, because that was one of her closest friends. I saw videos of them together. I never knew they were that close. I figured they knew each other. They had maybe similar views. I didn't know they were that close. So I felt horrible for that. Imagine watching a video of your best friend getting shot like that. Oh man. So she has the. I can see her point for acting so crazy, you know, and maybe not even crazy, for looking really deep into it, to asking more questions than everyone else is asking. Maybe she has the right to do that. Let her ask the questions. This has made the president come after our free speech. What? Our First Amendment? What? Is this man going nuts? Listen, allegedly, him or the administration has something to do with Jimmy Kimmel being taken off the show, his show being canceled, which, by the way, is already back on air. So shout out Jimmy Kimmel. Keep it going. That was one of my favorite late night shows when I was younger. So, oh my lord, the pain I felt when I heard about this. And I even, like, just heard about this. Like, the way it was being done. Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but Jimmy Kimmel, I guess in his monologue last week, he brought up the Charlie Kirk assassination. And he said that the MAGA team was going crazy to try to blame the left, but the kid was just one of them. Something along those lines. Don't quote me. That's not what he said word by word, but something along those lines. Look it up. Don't trust me. Look it up. So when I heard what he said, I was like, this is what caused the outrage. I honestly would have thought he said F Charlie and his family or something. That's what I would have thought he said with the way the public reacted. But then I started to see, wait a minute, this is literally is being used as a ploy to come after our First Amendment rights, which is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You guys gotta be careful. That's why when people tell me they're not into politics, I'm like, I understand you're not into politics, but you can't ignore when stuff like that is happening. If we all turn our blind eye, next thing we know, we don't have a First Amendment, and we're gonna have this crowd of people that are gonna go, yeah, it's fine that we don't because this happened, because you did this, because they did this. Who is they? Ever since this happened, all I keep hearing is they did this, they will pay, they're gonna this, they're gonna. Who is they?
They don't want you to have the Rock and Wear campaign. So I decided to do the whole Rock and Wear campaign. I would never stop. They don't want you to wear fur and mink in the summer. But guess what? I'm wearing fur and mink in the summer.
I promise you one thing on everything that I love. They don't want you to have stars in the roof. They don't want you to have stars in the roof, so I got stars in the roof.
I thought it was one shooter. I thought one person did this. This person's arrested already. So is this person paid already? I don't know. I'm very confused about this. Very, very confused about that. But like I said, we should not be using this as a political weapon. This tragedy that happened. Shouldn't be using this to divide this country even more than it is already divided. And third, shouldn't the president want us to be united? Shouldn't the president want more people on his side? Why does he want division? I guess because he wants to blame people or blame someone. I guess because he doesn't want to be accountable for the negative of the nation, of his administration, of his presidency. So he's constantly blaming his opposite political party. He's constantly blaming the former president, which hasn't been president in almost a year soon. So, I don't know, man. Still got 3 years and a couple months of this, so I wonder how long he's going to keep running that little game of, that was Biden. That was Joe Biden. That was Bidenomics. The economy was bad because it was Bidenomics, and now we're living in Trumponomics. I don't know, man. My paycheck doesn't seem to be getting better. Whatever. Listen, let's get off the politics. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. If you don't agree with everything he said, listen, that's fine. But we should not be happy. We shouldn't celebrate seeing another person lose his life like that in the middle of so many people. So many people are traumatized from watching that. Like, all right. Just to end it here, so we can move on from this. I'll tell you guys how this went when I found out. So, I've seen a couple of Charlie's videos, not even too many. I wouldn't consider myself a fan of his type of content, but some of them were alright. The moment he would get too, because he would get condescending sometimes. He'll get condescending with the people he would be talking to. The moment he would get too condescending, I wouldn't really kind of like it. But I like that he put his views out there, you know. He put himself out there, his views out there, and he was willing to debate people and go back and forth about them. You know, that's the right thing to do. If you truly believe in something, defend it. Be willing to step out in the light and defend it. Because guess what? Even if it's wrong to me, maybe not to you, maybe if it's wrong to me, I'm gonna hope that you're gonna step in that light, debate, conversate with someone, and maybe they'll show you the light. Maybe you'll be like, you know what? I was wrong. You're never gonna realize any of that. Not supporting your views, by not going out there and putting them out there. There's so many people that keep them in here, and then, you know. Sorry about that. Well, you know. I look at my phone. Back to the story. I'm sorry. So I look at my phone. I see the headline: Apple News. Charlie Kirk was shot in Utah at the college, university, whatever. And I'm like, okay, crap. I'm like, what's wrong with people? So I'm thinking someone tried shooting at him. Someone grazed them. Someone maybe, you know, something small. And I probably even, I'm trying to remember, I probably even chuckled at the thought of like, Charlie's gonna be happy now that he got another thing in common with his president. He loves Trump. Whatever. I'll say an hour later, I sit down at work, had a little break, and I go on Twitter, and I'm reading, and I see someone talking about it. A lot of popular people talking about it, and they're saying, "Oh, that's not right. And I'm like, "It's true. It's not right. Why would someone shoot him?" So that's where I was at. That's not right. They're saying it's left. It's not right. I didn't know how severe it was. I swipe, and they're like, "Here's the video." Literally captioned just like that. Here's the video of Charlie Kirk getting shot. I have a big stomach for stuff, so I wouldn't even think like, "Oh, do I want to see this?" Like, I'm gonna just click on it. I'm gonna be like, "Whatever. I'm gonna handle it." Click on it. And it's just that one clip that I'm sure everyone saw of him saying his last words, and then you hear, and you see his body go limp. Oh, my heart sank. Cause right away I was like, that's a death shot, man. I was like, wow, what the and but I was in it's fine. I was like, oh jeez, and I'm reading. They're like, took him to the hospital. You know, he's alive at the hospital. I was thinking, okay, but you know what? He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. I was like, wow, he's gonna go on a rampage after this. He's gonna come after his haters. He's gonna be like, look, you couldn't even get me. And then hours later, they confirmed that he had left us. So very, very unfortunate that someone would even do that, man. Husband and a father. Rest in peace. Don't wish bad on other people, man. If you don't like someone, if you truly think you hate someone, think again. One, shouldn't be hating nobody. Hating is it's too strong, it's too stressful, it's too strong, man. You're de-aging yourself, man. You're going downhill with that one. Oh my goodness, my light. What the f, guys? Excuse my French. I don't know, man. I thought Israel came to get me, man. I thought I was chatting too much. I don't know. I got scared. What the? I'll be back. If you don't like someone, if you truly think you hate someone, think again. One, shouldn't be hating nobody. Hating is it's too strong, it's too stressful, it's too strong, man. You're de-aging yourself, man. You're going downhill with that one.
Oh my goodness, my life.
And I'm back. If you guys see that, that means I left it in. I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in, man. I was a little shook right there, guys. I thought you know how like when the SWAT team comes through that hole in the roof on the rope, I thought I was done, guys. Anyways, maybe that was. Anyways, what was I even on? I was moving on from the Charlie Kirk, wasn't I? All right. Anyways. I think I went off about that for a little bit. I mean, it's staying in the theme of politics and dumb stuff happening. The president was at the UN and the escalator stopped working. Y'all heard about that? He was on the way to release the Epstein files and the escalator stopped working, so that's why he hasn't released them. He couldn't get up the stairs. And then we just learned today that it was a member of his administration that apparently may have hit the emergency button. So all that rambling and blaming other people just for that. Anyway, let's get into some movie review time. You guys know we gotta talk about the movies. When I got a guest over, I don't talk about the movies. So last episode with the boy Brian, we didn't really get into the movies. Maybe I should have asked him what his favorite movie was. Maybe I should make that like a segment. Cause when I'm by myself, I do the movie reviews. So maybe when I get a guest, I should do like a movie like, what's your favorite movie, type of movie, favorite actor. If y'all want to see that, let me know down below, guys. I'm gonna think about that. That's a good idea. I like that. Movie review. So let's see. After or before I left, I'm trying to remember what I watched, if anything, even. So watching old movies. I saw The Thing. Yes, I saw The Thing. I remember that was fun. The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies. I probably saw it for the first time in 2018, around there. I was big into horror around that time. So when I was looking through the Regal app and I saw that they were bringing back The Thing and a bunch of older movies, I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street is coming back. All these movies, I was so excited because I was like, yes, I can have the theater experience on these older vintage movies that I'll never get to see like live in the theater. And I still get them for 50 cents because of my membership. Saw The Thing. Amazing. I loved it. So gory. All practical effects. So freaking sick. That was fun. It's disgusting. So nasty, all the gore. But it was cool. It was fun. On Saturday, the day after I got back from Puerto Rico, I saw Saving Private Ryan. I always heard about the title of this movie. I never seen it. but I heard it's one of the most gruesome war movies. So I saw that on Saturday, and holy crap, that was a good movie. Based on a true story. I don't know, man. You guys, I seen the meme of that soldier that's like, and then the picture after he's like, the a thousand yard stare, death stare, the 1,000 yard death stare, I think it's called. I'll put it right here so you guys know what I'm talking about. That was literally the definition of watching that movie. Start the movie, I'm like, I was nervous. Like I was like, oh my lord, I can't wait to see this. Like as I'm watching it, it's starting, I'm getting nervous. I can't wait to see what the action's gonna be like, what the story's gonna be like. I went in blind. All I knew was Saving Private Ryan. I'm sure we're gonna be saving someone named Private Ryan. So I went in blind. And 3 minutes in, after the scene of Private Ryan at the funeral, not the funeral, at the memorial, when he's older years later, movie starts. You got all the soldiers on the little boat about to hit D-Day in France on the beach. They're all getting ready, blah 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 blah, America. And then they open the hatch and just pop, 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 and you see all the soldiers falling. People that didn't have a second to even know what was happening. People that didn't even have a taste of the... People that didn't even step foot on the beach. How many soldiers was at the first taste of battle? All the training. And I'm watching it. I'm like, this wasn't part of the training. I know for a fact this wasn't part of the training, man. I don't know, you didn't train to come here and take one bullet to the head like that, and that's it. Mission's over for you. Man. Traumatizing, man. Traumatizing. And to think that those are heroes, you know, like each of those bodies that counted, each of those lives counted. They were all for the greater good of the world, for the mission. Unbelievable. If you've never seen Saving Private Ryan, watch it. You gotta watch it. It'll literally give you a new respect for the troops and the people of our country who defend our country. Amazing. I'm due for more war movies now. Now I got probably a whole catalog I gotta go through. I'm gonna start with Forrest Gump. I should have seen Forrest Gump a while ago, but if I'm being honest, the only clips that I've seen pop up from Forrest Gump are like the goofy clips, you know, Forrest saying his slogans, his trademark lines. My mom said life is like a box of chocolates. Honestly, I haven't heard that clip in so long, and I haven't seen the movie ever, so I don't even know if that's even how he says it, or that's how it goes. But I've seen all these clips years ago, throughout the years, whatever, and I'm thinking this is like a goofy movie. Like, it's a goofy, maybe it's even a comedy, but it looked goofy to me. And then after Saving Private Ryan, I've been talking about it to a couple friends. They're like, oh, watch Forrest Gump. And I'm like, you know, I always thought about watching Forrest Gump. It's a good movie. I really shouldn't. They're like, yeah, it's a great movie. And that's when I found out. It ain't no comedy. Ain't no goofy movie. Straight up. I believe it's a true story, right? It's a straight up true story military movie. So, gotta watch Forrest Gump and give him my respect. I'm sure y'all gonna hear about it. Last night, I went to watch Him. Bow! Put it right there so you guys know what I'm talking about. Him just came out. I was so freaking excited. I've been waiting for this movie for months. I was so excited to watch Him. Whoa. I'm having a stroke, guys. I'm sorry. Him. Him. Maybe I need some water. Hydration break. So excited to watch Him. I've been waiting for months, ever since Marlon Wayans announced it many moons ago. He's talking about Him. Did Marlon produce this movie? The producer's not here to producer. Did Marlon produce the movie? Producer. Did Marlon Wayans produce the movie Him? Because at the end I was watching the credits, or reading the credits more like, and I saw that Jordan Peele produced it or directed it. I get confused between the roles. And I didn't really see Marlon Wayans' name on there. So was he just one of the lead actors? He wasn't part of the production team, directing team. I was excited for that. It was a good movie. I really liked it. It was freaky. It was a little scary. Not too much on the scary side. I'm gonna go into spoilers in a second, guys, and I won't spoil too much, but a little bit. I'll tell you guys what I didn't like about the movie. I wanted the killer, the main character, like, he's not a killer. You can't call him a killer. He's not a killer, but I don't know. I thought he was gonna be a killer. You know, we get into football, CTE, brain damage, all that good stuff. But honestly, I thought we would have gotten more into CTE. I thought we would have met maybe a character or two who were retired and suffering from the years of CTE after being a player of football, you know? But no, we didn't really get that. We got an attack on the main guy. You know, he got attacked in the middle of the night while he was training. Ends up with a scar on his head. He's advised not to keep going, not to keep training, overtraining and stuff because of that scar. He's gonna get worse. He's gonna get brain damage. Blah blah blah. Doesn't listen. And then the very famous, they're Tom Brady up there, Black Tom Brady. Tom Brady in the movie basically calls him up. His manager calls him up. He's like, "Yeah, we're trying to have you come and train, whatever." Comes and trains. Turns out that Black Tom Brady is not Black Tom Brady. It's Diddy. He's just Diddy. Marlon Wayans is playing Diddy in the movie. That's basically it. If you know what I mean by that, watch the movie, then you're gonna know what I mean by that. So the whole movie, he's giving off Diddy vibes, creepy ass vibes, and then at the end, they're with a happy ending, you know, because the whole plot of the movie is that they're trying to convince him, the main guy, it's football, family, and God. That's what I'm trying to tell him. That if you're gonna come and be real about this, that's the way things go. Football, family, and God. And the boy was like, "Bro, what are you talking about, bro? It's God, family, and football." So that was the clash of the whole movie. I honestly was hoping that maybe the main character or maybe even another character would go out in the streets, maybe beat up a couple people, harass a couple people, start trouble, get into fights, kill a couple people, something to make it be like, "Yo, this is for real, for real." We didn't really get that. Instead, we got a lot of commotion in the training. He might have left somebody paralyzed. That was my favorite scene when they were training and the X-ray filter went on, so you only see like their bones and some of like their skin and stuff, an MRI X-ray type thing going on. And then you see the main character and another guy going at it in the football game, and you can't tell who's who because of the filter. And then they clash heads, and you cringe because you know the main character's opened up. He's already bleeding out of the cut during training, and they clash heads. And I was just like, "Oh man!" I was like, "Yep." I was like, "He's about to go buck wild." Clash heads. One of the bodies falls to the floor, and you see a paralyzed there. And then the other guy on top is like, "Yeah, that's what you fucking get. Somebody pick up this light work. Pick up this dead body." Like, whoa. And then when the filter turns off, you get to see that it's actually the main character that did that. To another teammate, guy he's never even met. And the boy, young Diddy, was like, "That's what I'm talking about." It's like, "I'm proud of you." So that's good work right there. Nah. It's a good movie though. I like the movie. Music was amazing in the movie. The soundtrack was amazing. The scenery with the cinematography was great. With the great angles with the camera work. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I have my complaints, but I did enjoy it. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. It was good. Let's go through the 3 questions. You know, you guys know about the 3 questions. I didn't hit the thing with the 3 questions because, you know, I've seen the thing before. The 3 questions. What's the it factor? I guess the it factor has to be the horror factor. It's considered a horror movie, so the horror factor. I don't think it was there, man. The music was creepy at times. And I guess that creepy guy that showed up and gave him the joint. I mean, everybody got their mo. So, man was smoking a joint that he got from a creepy ass guy. Like, what? And then he was at a party smoking it. Like, and in my head, I was like, was that guy even there? Like, did he see that? Did he make that up? And then when I saw him at the party smoking a joint, I'm like, what the hell, man? This man's just getting drugs from random ass people and then smoking them. And then why was that guy's head painted and he was naked at the stadium? You guys gotta watch the movie, man. I'm telling you. I thought it was in his head, but it looked like it was physical. The It Factor, man. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. What they did show that was horror was great, but they failed to connect some dots. I don't know. And I didn't even fall asleep for this movie, guys. I enjoyed this movie. The acting was good. I'll give the acting an 8 out of 10. The casting was good. You had the main character. You had Marlon Wayans as the Diddy. We had I believe Julia Roberts. Was it Julia Roberts? I don't think so. I feel I'm getting that name wrong. But the lead actress, she did great. I don't know if I'm getting the name wrong, but is it Julia Roberts, that lady that dated Kanye when he was going through one of his episodes about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? Whatever. She did great too. She looked beautiful in the movie. So shout out her, shout out Marlon, shout out everybody in the movie. It was a good movie. 8 out of 10 overall. I really enjoyed it. Today, I'm gonna go see The Long Walk. So I'm excited for that. I'm really, really excited for that. I saw the trailer because they play the trailers at the movies. You know, I'm trying to wait for my movie to start and then playing commercials and trailers. So I'm like, bruh, I'm getting spoiled here. But it's not bad because I make a lot of my next movie recommendations. I get a lot of my movie recommendations from that. So I'll watch a couple commercials or trailers, and then I'll be like, oh, sure, I'll book that. So I saw The Long Walk on a trailer a couple weeks ago at the movies, and I was like, gotta book this. I don't know much about what it's gonna be about other than you get to participate in the long walk. It's gonna be a long walk. You're gonna be walking a long time. But why are they walking? Why they gotta do the long walk? Why don't they do the short walk? Why don't they do the sprint? Why gotta be a long walk? Why don't they do the half marathon like me? Why gotta be a long walk? Is my half marathon a long walk? Is it? Am I doing the long walk next month? I don't know. Anyways. The long walk, I'm gonna see that tonight. I'm gonna see that in like about an hour, so I can't wait for that. It's gonna be fun. See what it's all about, and I'll tell you all about it. I honestly, I don't know why my mind thought I had watched it already, so I thought that's not part of the movie review yet. So I'm excited to watch The Long Walk. I believe it's based off a book by Stephen King, I think. So it must be good. The boy Stephen King is amazing. His books. So, what's your favorite book? Do you have a favorite book? Let me know down below. That's the question of the day. What is your favorite book? What's your favorite book, Bob? He told me the other day. He's being shy right now. He told me the other day. He loves the John Cena autobiography. He loves it. He said that he has a signature on it. He met John Cena. He got his signature on him. And the best thing about it is that you can't see the autobiography. Just like you can't see him. So that's cool. Right, Bob? No, Bob. Let me right here, Bobby. Flimsy ass arm, bro. You gotta be stiff. You gotta have a stiff handshake like that, boy. Sorry about that, guys. He's off from school. He's celebrating the Jewish holiday, so shout out the boy Bob. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for today, or for the week, I guess. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, next week we talk all about Puerto Rico. Hopefully, I got all the footage to show you guys, take you guys on my trip. I really did enjoy it. I had a great time. It's my second time in Puerto Rico, and I'm sure it won't be my last. So, have a good rest of your week, guys. Enjoy this weekend. Enjoy the fall weather. Today was raining, but enjoy the fall weather. The leaves are going to be coming down soon, and I can't wait for the summer again, guys. I can't wait for it to be summer again. I already miss it. It's so hard getting up in the morning with this cold. We're in that awkward weather, you know. In the morning, we're cold, and then in the middle of the day, it starts to get hot, and at night, we're back to being cold again. Anyways. No complaining, guys. Look at the positive. There's a positive in every little thing. Life is like a coin. One side is head, one side is tails, one side is positive, one side is negative. Just look for the positive, guys. It's been your host with the most, Hancer. This is In the Shed. The boy Bobby's always here with us. I'll catch you guys next week. Pow!